Hello? Okay, bye. Answering and hanging up like that never gets old. What's up YouTube, it's your boy, BMAC. And if this is your first time here to this channel, welcome, thanks for stopping by. Make sure you smash that subscribe button with all notifications turned on so that you never miss another video on the channel. And if you've been here before or if you're already subscribed, welcome back. So today we are reviewing this puppy right here. I just want to do this all day long. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip3 5G. If you are the least bit interested in foldable smartphones, or if you used to have a flip phone back in the day, you're gonna wanna hear what I have to say about the Z Flip 3. Let's start out this review of the Z Flip 3 by talking about the design of the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 and how things are looking on the outside. Overall, from a build quality perspective, the Z Flip 3 just feels so nice. There's just something aesthetically and just about the Z Flip 3 that just feels so wonderful in your hands and in your pocket. The fact that I could actually, I just love that. The ability to actually take a smartphone, oh, got a full-size phone, compact it down, put it in a pocket. Can't get over that. But one of the biggest upgrades you'll notice right off the bat as it relates to the design of this foldable is that new 1.9-inch Super AMOLED display on the front. You're also gonna notice two vertically aligned cameras now, so a little bit different as it relates to the front of the phone. That matte black finish, but it's not just matte black that the Z Flip 3 comes in. There are actually 7 different colors to choose from this time around. We have finishes in cream, green, lavender, gray, white, pink, or of course, like we just said, my personal favorite, Phantom Black. So several different colors to choose from. They all look so good, but I think this is amazing. I hope my tombstone is made out of a color like this. And this time around, the Z Flip 3 actually provides an IPX8 water resistance rating. Meaning, if you happen to get caught in a rainstorm, if someone does a cannonball nearby you, no worries, the Z Flip 3 can handle a little bit of splashing water, or God forbid, if you happen to go swimming with your Z Flip 3 without you realizing it, you actually could go up to 1.5 meters in the fresh water for up to 30 minutes. You could fully submerge this thing and you should be fine. But besides that, you do get speakers on the top and bottom. You do have a volume up button, a volume down button on the right side of the device, and of course your fingerprint sensor power button, as well as all this being complete with a USB-C port on the bottom. But speaking more about that front display and the main display, let's talk about the displays of the Z Flip 3 and what we're looking at for display tech specs. Like we keep pointing out and saying and showing, there is now a 1.9-inch front display on the Z Flip 3, and this front display is so much better now. This is what it really should have been all along. It's bigger, it's beautiful looking. You can see so many things just by glancing at this front display, and it's interactive. It's touch sensitive, so I could actually scroll through the display, see what my notifications are, and even interact with those notifications, allowing me to actually open up the phone to further go into that notification for that seamless transition right there. So all in all, front display, awesome to have, so much better than it was before. But upon opening up the Z Flip 3, you will be greeted with a beautiful 6.7-inch, 120 Hz adaptive refresh rate, full HD AMOLED display, with both displays, by the way, packing more than enough brightness to be able to use them in pretty much any situation, any lighting situation, even in direct sunlight. I found the displays to be bright enough for all of my needs. But I know one of the main questions you guys probably have, and one of the questions that everyone seems to ask with foldable devices, is the crease. How about that crease? Just like on the Z Fold 3 and the Z Fold 2, I found the crease to pretty much be a non-issue. I rarely, if ever, notice the crease in the middle of the Z Flip 3. I basically, whenever I'm full screen on an app and I have the brightness turned up, I forget it's there. Sure, in certain viewing angles and with weird lighting angles, sometimes you can see the crease more than maybe you would want to, but again, I don't think it's an issue. I'd much rather take a slight crease that you sometimes, maybe 10% of the time, notice and have a foldable phone than to not have a foldable phone at all. But enough of the looks of this baby, let's talk about performance. and how things are looking on the inside of the Z Flip 3. For one thing, we do have the Snapdragon 888 or Snapdragon 888 chipset now, which is giving this thing a beastly amount of power. I found my on-the-go video editing, on-the-go photo editing, and some other resource-intensive tasks that I'm doing on the phone to be snappy, smooth. It definitely doesn't feel like the phone is being held back at all. Everything I've tested up to this point has been very fluid, very fast, very efficient, very high performing. You are also getting 8 gigs of RAM in the Z Flip 3, no matter what storage option you get, with the storage options being 128 gigs or 256 gigs. Personally, I probably would have liked to see a 512 gig option as well as a 10 to 12 gig RAM option, but I'll take what we get. Doesn't seem to be too big of an issue here. I'm able to pretty much get everything I want done on the Z Flip 3 without a problem. Is it as powerful as some other smartphones, especially considering the Fold 3 having a little bit more RAM? No, but I do think it's sufficient for what I need. But how about those cameras? What are the cameras looking like on the Z Flip 3 and how are they performing? Let's start things out with the main display selfie camera that we got here. Like we had in the original Z Flip, we still get a 10 megapixel selfie camera on the main display. And then for the rear facing cameras, we do have 2 of them. We have a wide and an ultra wide, both of which are at 12 megapixels. So not a whole lot of difference here. We're seeing the same camera specs that we've seen before, but I do think one thing that Samsung is doing is tweaking their image processing so that the photos we're actually getting from these cameras are a lot better than we've had in the past. And cool little side note, like we mentioned earlier, if you want to take a selfie, you can actually now see the framing of your selfie with that front display, because it's bigger now and it could actually show you what the camera sees. That's a nice little added touch, just overall, again, making that front display and just the foldable itself worthy of being a foldable. But as you can see, I've captured some great photos on the Z Flip 3, some of which were a lot better than I thought they would be, and they're exactly what I would expect, if not maybe a little bit better than I expected from a Samsung device. Not the best cameras in the world, not the best image processing in the world. Some other smartphones probably have slightly better cameras, but they can't fold, so all in all, with the camera setup here on the Flip 3, I'm happy. But with all this going on, let's talk about something important. Let's talk about the Z Flip 3 battery life and how long you could actually expect this foldable smartphone to last for. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 offers a 3,300 milliamp hour battery capacity, which is actually spread out over 2 different battery cells, one on the top part, one on the bottom part, 2 cells, 3,300 milliamp hour total. And that in combination with the new 120 hertz adaptive refresh rate now, how's it actually holding up? With the Z Flip 3, as it relates to screen on time, I'd say expect around 3 to 5 hours. So, not the greatest. I definitely would like to see 5 hours plus of screen on time, and then overall battery life, gonna probably be pushing it, getting this thing to last a full day. I'd be hesitant to say you could leave the house all day without bringing an extra battery pack or a charger with you, because with only 3 to 5 hours of screen on time and then maybe like 10 to 12 total battery hours, you're probably gonna need to get a charger with you or a battery pack, because I don't see this thing lasting all day. But keep in mind how thin this thing is. The Z Flip 3 is remarkably thin. Both, the top and the bottom, and then when you fold it, it's a very compact foldable. So I guess that's the trade-off you're getting here. The device is a lot thinner, but at the cost of battery life. Personally, I wouldn't mind if this thing was just a little bit thicker. It probably wouldn't change my mind on it too much. If you were to thicken this baby up a little bit, get a thicker battery in there, give you some better battery time, I'd be happy with that. Maybe we'll get that in the Z Flip 4. In terms of charging on the Flip 3, you do get 15 watts of fast wire charging, 10 watts of fast wireless charging, and of course you do get 4.5 watts of reverse wireless charging for charging up your other wireless charging compatible devices. So what this translates to in terms of numbers, if you put the Z Flip 3 on a 15 watt wire charger, you're looking about a 35% charge over the course of 30 minutes, and then you're looking at a full charge, so a 0 to 100% charge in a little bit over 90 minutes. These numbers definitely aren't quite where I would like them to be. Usually I like to see a 0 to a 50% charge in 30 minutes and then a full charge in right around an hour. So clearly things are falling a little bit short there on the Flip 3. So maybe next time around, but like the battery, the charging times, falling a little short for me here. But with all this having been said, here are my final thoughts on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3. Overall, I am way happier with the Flip 3 than I ever thought I was going to be. There's just something about this experience of looking at the phone, seeing that display, being able to interact with it, and then just flipping it up. It's like the modern version of flip phones that I miss. I miss the flipping of phones, and we have it back now in a modern way. And the overall execution of the Flip 3 feels so much better with that larger front display now. It just feels like it's right. This feels like how it's supposed to be. The displays are awesome, the front display is awesome. We just gotta do a little something about that battery and those charging capabilities. Yep, those a little bit, we're gonna be chilling. And maybe a little bit more RAM and storage space, but we'll start with the battery and the charging and take it from there. If you want one of, if not the best vertically flipping phone in the world, you're definitely gonna wanna check out the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3. I love this thing. Honestly, I could just probably flip this up and down all day and be entertained. Don't know why, but I would be. But as always, if you guys are interested in finding out more about the Z Flip 3 or just to snag one of these babies for yourself, you guys could always head to my affiliate link, bmac.link/zflip3, bmac.link/zflip3, or as always, there will be a clickable link in the video description box below as well, so be sure to check that out. I'm gonna go practice my TikTok dance videos, which has never been easier because of the setup on the Flip 3. You can see exactly what the camera sees. Let's get ready. I will see you guys in my next video. Dancing for the TikTok, dancing for the TikTok. Just kidding. Nope, not doing that here.